All right, guys, so that was the trip. We made it back to Twin Falls, Idaho, and let's see how the load went. I'll go over some things with you, what I noticed, what went good, what didn't go good, and go from there. So this is the 2000, I still don't remember the year, 2004 Honda Accord. I believe they weigh about 3,000 pounds, roughly. The trailer itself is 1,500 pounds. At least that's what the paperwork said. So you're looking at, let's just say 4,500 pounds. Then with everything else, let's just make it 5,000 pounds with everything. All right, so the Toyota is rated for 6,400 pounds towing. You can see how that, here's this gap, and then here's this gap. So there's a pretty big difference there, but it towed it way better than I thought it would. Would I recommend towing with the Tacoma, this setup right here? Yes, I would. This was cool. I heard a lot of different things about towing with Tacomas, but this thing, you know, if you're towing 5,000 pounds, you got trailer brakes and everything else, it does it, no problem. It'll pull a grade, decent grade, 80 miles an hour. I'll have some videos on that as well. I'll do them as shorts because I don't know how to blend things in, cut and paste and do all that with my videos. Not that smart, so I'll figure out at some point. Now, one thing I did notice, this hitch did a great job, but you notice how low it is. Now, I had to flip this back down. I had it flipped the other way because I couldn't get in anywhere. Places with curbs, lifts like that, they're dragging on it. So I'd adjust that. But at this, like this, it tows a little bit better than if the trailer's a little bit higher. So a level like this, it towed a lot better than when it was tilted up about this much higher. I don't know. It seemed like it put more weight on, which seems like that's the opposite. But yeah, it handled it well. Rear shocks. That's something I need to get some better, beefier shocks, because this thing was bottoming out when I would hit some hard stuff, some dips in the road going 70, 80. It would feel like it would just bottom out. So that's not good. Trailer brakes work great on here. These this whole setup works good. Now let me show you something too. I keep in mind this the first time I done this on a trailer like this. So here's this gap, here's this gap. So I'm a little off there. I'm sticking out back here. I left the gap up here. I didn't want to put all that engine and front end weight all the way at the front, but it does sit back pretty good. So I'll do some more research on that. These work great. Hooked right in down there. I think I paid like 90 bucks for this whole set. The car did not move at all. I did not even use these factory ramps. These aluminum ramps worked great. This didn't drag on the bottom or anything that I'm aware of, unless maybe I did that. I don't know. I don't think so. There was plenty of clearance. So let's see what the fuel economy was. So as soon as I loaded this car up, I filled it up and I drove it 50 miles or something, dropped it off, then drove around for maybe 10 more miles without the trailer, then hooked it back up today. Let's see what type of fuel economy we got. And keep in mind too that when I drive my truck, I kind of drive it not like I probably should. My foot's in it pretty well. I go the speed limit, but I'm maxing it out. Let me find the fuel. So that was my average fuel economy, 10.7 miles per gallon. I filled it up, and this is how much I have left. I left from Fruitland, Idaho, and yep, that's what I got for 10.7, and that's how much gas I have left. I'm not sure what else I could say about it besides getting these shocks on the back, that something stiffer. Maybe you have some recommendations out there. But yeah, it did great. Let me do one more view of it. So here it is. 16-foot car trailer. 2024 car trailer. 2004 Honda Accord, I believe it's 2004. 2023 Toyota Tacoma TRD off-road, pedal commander, rough country cold air intake. That's the setup I'm running, and it did great. It pulled it good. My only complaints would be the suspension in the back. It's just too soft. But shifting, everything else. Oh, and then like accelerating from a stop, if you wanted to like stomp on it, which there's no reason for that, yeah, it wasn't moving very good. I mean, it was going, it's fine. I did some videos on that as well, but it did what it needed to do. I believe it could tow 5,000 pounds all day long if you had a camp trailer or anything like that. And those trailer brakes work out a lot, or they help out a lot. I forgot to do my Bluetooth and get it all together. As soon as I hit my brakes, I realized I did not have my trailer brake system hooked up. I'll show you that one more time as well. This right here from Kurt, it is an app on your phone. Now it worked every time, but there was a couple times when I'm driving down the road, you know, if I'm switching through things on my phone, maps, stuff like that, it goes away, but it says they're still active. So I don't know. I probably would rather have the wire all wired in, but this is good because I could just plug it in, use my phone on whatever vehicle. As long as it has power in the hitch, it'll work. So that's my review. That's the tow. That's how it went. That's the fuel economy it got. So if you have a Toyota Tacoma and you're wondering if it could do it, it can. And it can do it well. It did fine. It did great. 80 miles an hour, 70 miles an hour, whatever the posted speed limit was. It did it, and it did it no problem. So thanks for watching. I'll do some more videos on it. And as always, God bless.